Tell me, what do you see or feel in this new space?
There's shapes that are trying to come into focus, but they're struggling.
Do they have color to them?
Well, I've been seeing a lot of purple and black swirling, which also kind of looks like underwater, maybe. My eyes have been burning.
Your eyes have been burning.
Mhm.
Can you open them in your vision?
I feel like they're open. I feel like everything's dark. I lost the colors.
How does your body feel in this space?
It feels, the space feels open and vast. I feel like I can freely move.
Do you feel like you're swimming?
No, maybe floating. It's really weird that my eyes keep feeling like they're burning,
Um,
even though they're
what
not
is
really open.
what is something that stands out to you the most where you are?
Just feels really big space.
Do you feel any other energies around you? Do you feel the presence of any other beings?
Now it's just the side of my left eye burning.
Do you feel the
Things are trying to come in. Okay, there's movement. So there's I I feel maybe it's coral around me.
what color
I
is
feel
it?
like I'm underwater and there is dark coral.
Let's move into your private protected movie theater so that we can see what's going on in this scene without feeling the emotions.
I'm scared.
Let's move into your private protected movie theater. It's private just for you, protected, where you won't feel any of the stress or the trauma of this scene. You are viewing it from a third party perspective. You are not viewing it as the entity. What do you see?
It was I was definitely afraid of something immediate, like
Yeah.
fearing for my life and hiding down, trying to hide down inside something. Because I was down inside looking up and could see like the light of the water, like blue or purple coming from behind the coral, like I was down looking up towards the sky but underwater.
hmm
And I didn't see it, but I feel like it might be like a shark or something.
Yeah. Was the shark nearby? Did you see the shark or did the shark surprise you?
I'm not sure. I just felt like it was out looming right outside the coral waiting, or maybe trying to get to me, or maybe I ran in there hiding. It
Mm-hmm.
just, once the movement was happening on the right side of my vision, and then as soon as the vision came in, the emotion just like came out of nowhere, like a wave, like I was bam.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, when you look down at your body, what does your body look like?
Yeah, it just feels like I have a lot of curly movement around me in like different directions, like tentacles. I can't necessarily see them, but it
But you
just
can
feels
sense
like
them.
curly movement.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything that stands out to you the most about yourself?
For the most part, it feels peaceful. It's like a peaceful existence.
That's nice. So let's move forward to your place of residence or the home of this current lifetime we are viewing. What does the outside of your home look like?
Feels like I have a certain area of coral that I reside in, but not necessarily one space. I kind of move around it, and I have some favorite spots.
Do you share this coral with other beings, or is this your territory?
I feel like there might be others around, but I don't really associate with them. We don't necessarily have a connection, as more of coexistence, live and let live.
Nice.
Maybe that's why sometimes I go to my favorite spot and there's someone else there, so I just move along and
Hmm.
find somewhere else.
And it doesn't bother you.
No, not really. It's
Hmm.
cool.
Now, let's sit down to a typical meal in this lifetime. What are your favorite things to eat?
I like to sit in the coral and just wait and then grab the fish when they swim close. Sometimes I'll go out on the sea floor, but I mostly prefer to camouflage in the coral
Hmm.
and then wait for them to come and grab them.
Are there things that you enjoy doing with your days? Do you have hobbies?
I just like to go out and check stuff out.
Go explore?
Yeah.
Nice. Now that we've taken a look at who you are and where you live and what you do, let's go to some important days in this life that we're viewing to help understand why you're being shown this specific life. Tell me, what is happening? What do you see?
I was just getting the feeling that for the most part, everything is really peaceful. And that's why it was so jarring to have the shark around.
Is that a common thing, having sharks come by? Does it happen a lot in that lifetime, I should say?
Not really that I notice or realize, but I feel like I'm really good at camouflage, so they wouldn't notice me anyway. But something happened that day, caught me off guard.
Did the shark get too close to you?
think maybe I got too far from the coral,
Hmm.
but I got away. I got down into that hole and was hiding and just sat there freaking out, but calmed down. They went away.
And that was the first time you've ever had your life threatened like that?
Yeah, I think that was my first experience with them. Shark.
How old do you feel? Like baby,
Like
middle,
a
or
young
old?
adult,
Hmm.
what we would consider like a older teenager.
Hmm. Is there anything else that stands out to you in this scene with this day?
I just feel like I've been independent for a long time, like alone maybe, or just on my own. Maybe there's other animals around, but I don't really associate with them.
And how does that make you feel?
Fine, they wouldn't understand. They are different.
Mm.
I feel like I know that my thinking is far more complex than most of them.
All right. And we will now leaving this space and moving forward to another important day. Tell me, what is happening? What do you see?
I just see movement that looks like maybe waves above me.
And how are you feeling in this space?
Yeah, I just feel like I'm down inside the coral, looking at.
Are there things that you're sensing about it? Or things that you're thinking about in this scene?
Well, I was just noticing just the movement of light across with the movement of water, the way everything
Like enjoying what it
flows.
looks like?
Yeah,
Hmm,
just the fluidity.
that's neat.
It just is very peaceful,
Hmm.
especially down inside the comfort of inside the coral. Or maybe it's a lava rock and like in a little cave kind of feeling, but looking up, the openings up to the surface of the water, but it's pretty deep.
Do you feel like you're in an ocean that's near land?
I'm pretty far out.
Okay. And now we are going to go move forward to another important day. Tell me, what is happening? What do you see? What do you feel around you?
I feel like rocks around me. Maybe like back to the lava rock, and there's like holes where light is coming through all speckled.
Is this the same lava rock from earlier, or do you feel like you've moved residences over the course of your lifetime? Moved locations and areas?
I feel like this is kind of like a big cave, not like the little thing I was in earlier.
Mm.
I feel like it actually gets pretty deep and dark back in the back, but I mostly hang out over here by where the light comes in the speckled holes. I like to see the color coming through
And how old do you feel in this scene?
like an adult.
Do you leave this cave often?
Whenever I need to eat, or whenever I just want to go out and do stuff, but it feels pretty safe in here.
Now, when you say you leave to go do stuff,
Mm.
what kind of things do you do if it's not for hunting?
Just kind of go out, walk around, and explore.
Nice. Do you feel like you have other beings that you associate with, or do you live a solitary lifestyle? Are there fishy friends?
No, not really. Most fish, I just eat them. They're simple-minded. They're just food.
Interesting. Can you sense what they think about?
They're just like swim and eat.
Do you explore far from your cave, or do you keep a short radius around your location, the location of your home?
I like to use coral or rocks, lava structures as bases. That way, if I come across anything, I have a hiding spot. So if I could go from one rock structure to another, I always have a safe base, but yet can still explore.
Hmm. Have you had any other run-ins with sharks since that day?
Not particularly. I see them swim by from time to time, but I usually see them before they see me.
Is there anything else that stands out to you on this day?
Now I'm just kind of out exploring. I'm not in the cave anymore.
Hmm. Are there things that you like that you see when you explore? What are you looking for? What do you think about your surroundings that you explore?
I just like to see what's out there, see how things are different and very different structures and plants.
That's awesome. That's really neat. I'm going to take you to another important day. Tell me, what is happening?
I keep hearing something having to do with fishermen, and
Mm.
I keep hearing net over and over. Like I accidentally got caught in a net.
Can you move at all?
It just feels like everything is kind of tangled.
Mm. Do these fishermen catch you or do they help you?
It feels like it's one of those where they drag along the seafloor and just catch everything they can.
Hmm. And you got caught up in that?
Something is coming. Feel like I maybe see the bottom of the boat. It's getting closer and pulled up. Feel like I get out right before it gets to the boat. I could see it being pulled up, but I don't think I ever make it to the boat. Uh, Somehow I think I get free right before it gets pulled up out of the water.
I bet that was a relief. How do you feel?
Kind of like, whoa, what was that?
Yeah,
And I'm just kind of floating back down, looking at the boat, not even realizing that I could potentially be in danger from being in open water because I'm kind of shocked
yeah,
looking at it, trying to figure out what that just was.
yeah. Kind of reorienting what happened. Did it pull you far away from your home, or are you able to find a new structure to hide in?
Luckily, there aren't really any big sharks or anything around because of the net. Like it would have pulled them in too. So
Yeah.
I'm able to kind of just float back down. Feels like maybe one of my tentacles got hurt.
When you look down at it, what does it look like?
Can't really see it. I just feel a twinge, like where one of my tentacles would be.
So it's like it got ripped off.
I'm not totally sure. Maybe it just got hurt or maybe damaged. I just felt like a weird twinge.
Yeah. Now I want to move you into the last day of the life we are viewing. What is happening?
I feel like I'm in a space. It's one of those spaces where we all come to have our babies. There's a lot of octopus around.
Mhm. Is it like a big cave?
The top is open, light actually inside, but we're surrounded by rock and stuff on the sides and the bottom,
And
but
how
it's
do,
light inside.
and have you had your babies yet? Or are you all the octopus waiting to have them?
No, I don't feel like I have. I feel like maybe I just got here. I haven't been here long.
And how do you spend your time in this space? Do you leave often or are you there until you have your babies?
Feels like you just kind of post up, just hang out. I just see a lot of other octopus. So many.
What else do
Which
you
is
feel?
kind of awkward because I'm not really used to being around a lot of them.
Hmm. Is there a reason you all congregate together like that?
Something that we just know to go here when it's time. Somehow we just find it. We just know.
So is this the day that you passed? Were you able to have your babies?
It's like I know that the life goes on from me to them. In order to
Mhm.
give them life, mine must end. I will not have any connection with them. It just passes the life torch. It just kind of feel like I am in the side of the cave. Like symbolically, it feels like I just release them and then I'm done.
Do you feel like you're still in your body now, or have you left the body
I kind of hang out for a little bit and just kind of look around.
outside of your body?
And then I just kind of float away. That's why I associate childbirth with death. Another reason I don't want kids.
Mm.
Just float into, I just feel like I'm floating in space.
All right. Now that we're in this space, I'm going to sit you in front of the Council of Elders. This is who we are going to speak to and look back on this life that you've just come from. They can often help you understand everything you've just experienced deeper. Tell me, what do you see or feel?
They're really big.
They are. I mean, yes, they are.
I see three, or I don't see, I perceive three.
Nice.
They look like Lord of the Rings guys.
Can they help you understand what the purpose of that life was?
Just be, slow down and appreciate everything. Be in the moment. So simple and peaceful.
Can they tell you what lessons you were supposed to learn in that life?
Peace and solitude. That I can be alone and be happy.
Is there anything they think you could have done differently in that life?
No,
What do you think that you did good in this life?
just embrace the life that I was in for everything that it was.
Do you see anything differently about that life now that you're sitting at the table?
Not particularly. I just enjoyed it. I'm fond of it.
Do you feel like you've carried any trauma with you from this life into the current life you are living?
Just that sharks are assholes and children kill you.
Can they help you understand how that life connects to your current incarnation?
I'm terrified of sharks and having kids. But I also really love water, and I love the multifaceted existence of 8 tentacles. And I like to explore while always having a safe space.
How are you feeling about the death in that life as you look back? Is there any trauma that you endured from that death?
Not so much the death, more like with the shark situation, being afraid of being going about your life peacefully and happily and then being caught off guard by such an intense threat that can totally uproot you, get
Now,
me on my guard for the rest of my life.
mm, the higher self has the records of everything that has ever happened in this lifetime and all the other lifetimes she has ever lived. Now, I know the higher self could have brought forward many different lifetimes for Stephanie to see today. You chose the life where she was an octopus. Why did you choose that life?
Because she feels so deeply connected to it. It explains a lot of personality traits or things, even though she understood about the life. It was good to show it so she could truly understand it.
And what does that life have to do with the life she's living now?
The peace and solitude, the water, she loves ocean life, her fear of sharks, her desire to explore, and in her association with childbearing.
What is her purpose, mission, or goal for this life?
Just to be, ride the wave.
Is there
She did, didn't understand the importance of solitude for a long time, but it can be very peaceful.